Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a quick video on something that's been bugging me for quite a while now. It's these wiper arms. These things are all rusty and the paint is chipping off. The further you get down, you can see all the clear coat and the colors come off. It's the same on both sides. And if we go around to the back here, get a nice view of my ugly bubbly tint. The rear wiper arm's not looking too hot either. So today I'm going to show you how to take them off and how to paint them up with a nice coat of gloss black, and we're going to throw them back on the car, and hopefully this comes out looking alright, because I know I'm getting tired of looking at a decent looking vehicle with all these rusty little crappy little paintless spots on everything. So let's do a little wiper rejuvenation today, and I'm going to throw you guys off to the side and show you how to take everything apart. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your wipers off the blades, and these should just have a little release lever inside of them. And we're going to take a sharp flathead screwdriver or something to pop this cap off. So I'm going to throw you guys over on the side and get this stuff popped off. Okay, so we got the wipers, the blades pulled off, we've got the caps pulled off, and that exposed what I believe is a 14mm nut on both sides, and they're a little rusty and they're probably going to be kind of tough to pull these off. So we're going to spray these with a little bit of PB Blaster, and I have a puller in case these don't want to come off, but once you get that nut out, it should lift straight up. And make sure that while your wipers are still on, you put something in between the metal and your glass on your windshield. You don't want to accidentally have one of these flip forward and put a crack in your window. That would be bad. So we're going to put our wiper blades and our couple of caps someplace safe for right now. Get them off the hood of the car, and I'm going to show you guys how to pop these little arms off. The nuts inside here are actually 12mm. It may vary. I'm not 100% sure if it's the same on everybody's vehicle. But all we're going to do now is try to carefully pry this up with a screwdriver. But first, we want to make sure that we mark the orientation of both of our wiper arms so that we don't put them on and have them move out of motion of the windshield. I know a lot of people like to draw with a paint marker right here and make a little line on the side. I'm actually going to use painter's tape, so I'll show you what that's going to look like. Alright, so with the painter's tape, all I did was from straight above it, make a straight line on the bottom of the wiper arm and one on top so I can find the orientation of where I want this wiper arm to go when we reconnect it. So it's going to lay right in between those spaces right there. So we had a little difficulty with the passenger side. She was nice and affixed, a little rusted in there. Never hurts to throw a little heat persuasion at it. I just heated up that center post right there where the nut screws onto. Give it a little wiggle. Alright, so we got both of our wiper arms off. As you can see, they're in pretty rough shape. So I'm going to grab a little bit of sandpaper, just lightly sand these things down, get a little bit of surface rust off the tips, and then we're going to hit them with a couple coats of black paint. Alright guys, so instead of sandpaper, I mean you can use sandpaper if you want. I actually found the Scotch-Brite wheel in my drill downstairs that we used to do the valve cover over. So I'm going to clean that Scotch-Brite pad off a little bit and de-red the drill. It's got red paint all over it. Then we're just going to go over this thing with the Scotch-Brite pad, get all the loose paint and the rust off, and then we're going to get ready for paint. So it's been a little while. The paint has dried. As you can probably see in the video, there's a nice shine on these wiper arms now, which is exactly what I was going for. We knocked down all the high paint, the little rusty spots, and the chips that were in them, and we basically just rejuvenated them a little bit. We kind of brought them back to their former glory. I wasn't trying to buy new wiper arms, just trying to make these ones look somewhat decent. And something I need to mention to you guys is inside here, I did tape off the holes because they do sit on a gear with that 13 or 12 millimeter nut. You don't want to get paint inside of that hole because then you won't be able to get them back on. Or if they do go on, they'll probably never want to come back off again. So we're going to throw these back on the car real fast. Make sure we keep an eye on our markings we made with that painter's tape so we clock them correctly. And then before we put the nuts on, we're going to turn them on, see what they do when they move back and forth on the windshield, make sure everything's aligned. And that's basically the job. So let's get over there. Alright guys, we got everything put back together, and as you can see, those tape marks are exactly where I laid my arms, and they still sat perfectly, and from the high speed you saw, everything is working nice and fine still. Both sides are completely aligned where they were prior to this. I tightened down the 12 millimeter nuts back into the wiper motor arms right here and right here. Now that's all that's left is to throw our little rubber caps back in. Peel our tape. Alright, now we got some wiper arms that don't look so awful. Now I know you're probably thinking, what about the rear? The rear is over there. We're going to take her off another day. Right now, I've only got time to do this, but it's a hell of a lot better looking than it was, and that's one more thing off the list of things that are bugging the crap out of me. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you like it down below. If you want to see the next project, subscribe to keep updated with all the new videos coming out. And like I said in the past videos, we've got some goodies coming. We've got some more 4G63 turbo parts, front mount intercooler system coming. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys, so make sure you subscribe and stay tuned. Until next time, folks.